Fokito with Dory. So, unfortunately, I think the issue that I was having with the Facebook was my phone. It had like 50%, and in the last 5 minutes, it died. I don't know what's going on with my phone. It's hateful. So, we are going to wait for the Countess of Low Carb to hop on with us here, and unfortunately, I will not be able to get it onto Facebook until I save it from here, unfortunately. But you know what? We will get it out there for our Facebook family too, because we make these for you guys to be able to share. Now, while we're waiting for the Countess to hop on, I'm going to tell you guys, because I didn't know. So you can share live videos as a message. So when you're looking at the bottom, that little arrow it shows you, that will allow you to share a live as a message. Yay, Countess! Go live with the Countess! This is so much easier. So much easier. Going on with Facebook.
Hi, love. How are you?
I'm fabulous. No, not the other way. You don't have to turn on this one.
I don't? Well, can I turn it? I don't want to hold my thing. Am I coming up crooked?
Yeah, you're upside down. Sorry, love. Yeah, with Instagram, it's only up and down. They don't.
It's only up and down. Okay, cool. Well, hi. Hi. How are you?
Oh, I'm lovely. Happy Friday, lady.
Happy Friday. I'm just getting set up over here. Don't mind me. Don't mind me.
I'm going to chat the people up a little bit while you're getting yourself all organized.
Thank you.
I want to let them know today we're going to do a coffee and a chat. Now, we usually do recipes, but today we're going to chat a little because we haven't had a chance to do that. So we're going to
have a chat.
Fun recipe today, and it's going to be a special one. So I'm going to make for you guys my very first original recipe that I created. And we're going to make white chocolate, unicorn sparkle, bulletproof coffee. And it was the coffee that kicked it all off. It was the first original idea that I had that made me realize I can make anything I want. So I want you to tell me a little bit about your week while I get everything set up to coffee. And then I'm going to tell you guys how I thought of the coffee.
Yay! Yay. Well, hi folks. I'm Elizabeth. I'm Countess of Low Carb. Come over to my Instagram page, click the like button, go to YouTube, click the subscribe button. I've lost 50 pounds from the ketogenics diet. I'm on my journey to lose another 50 pounds. I am a serial entrepreneur. I own several businesses, successful businesses, but my two most important titles are being an awesome wife and an awesome mom to my 2-year-old boy. So that's a little bit about me, and I'm so excited. I love Colorful Keto with Dory because she's so creative. Like, who thinks up these things? I certainly don't. She is so smart. So I love watching her. I love her recipes, and I love how creative she is.
Okay, so I'm going to share the secret of how I create with you guys today. So I know you guys all saw that Sparkle Cappuccino video on Facebook. You can't tell me you didn't see it. Everybody saw it. It was floating around everywhere. So I saw it. And I started Googling for a sparkly bulletproof coffee because I was like, what? We need a healthy version of that. And it was the worst, most miserable Friday. I was sitting in my house coat and I was just miserable. And I was Googling, and for the first time ever, Google let me down, dude. Google, like, what? Dude, you have my back. And Google did not have my back. I searched everywhere and it did not exist. And I'm going to tell you what, I jumped out of my chair. I was wearing my house coat, and I decided it does exist. Because this blew me Friday. Sparkle. So I ran in my house, and I decided, I didn't even care. I was in my house coat. I was going to make a video. So I start making the video, and I'm pausing it in between while I'm making whipped cream, because people don't need to watch me do that. And I'm so excited. I run to my 19-year-old son. I'm like, oh, dude, I made the best video ever. And he looks at it, and he's like, no, Mom, you made 4 separate videos? And I was like, oh, but you confessed that, right? And he's like, no, actually, not really. So I was like, whatever, I'll make it again. That was the original creation. I was so excited. It was a house coat. You guys would have seen a house coat video for that one.
So you come up with these recipes by yourself, and how do you, like, for example, snacks? I was coming on here. It's been a busy day. I had not eaten. I was knowing I was eating a little nibble before I got on for live today. How do you get something quick to go? Like, how do people do this in a quick fashion? Because you make everything, and you tell me, you assure me that that everyone has the time to do this. So how is that?
My favorite is mixed nuts, and I do these up on my meal prep Sunday. So they can be sweet, they can be savory. Now, this is just your mix of nuts you like, a tablespoon of bacon fat and whatever seasoning you want. You warm it up, roll it in the fat and the seasonings, brown it. It takes 2 minutes to make, and they're good to go snacks. And these just sit on my counter for my whole family to nibble on. The sweet ones are coconut oil, cinnamon, your sweetener of choice, same thing. Melt it, swish it, brown them in the oven, done. My favorite quick go-to snack for kids, for teenagers, pepperoni chips, salami chips. I'm going to tell you a secret. You can make them in the microwave, and it takes 1 minute. So you take your piece of paper towel, and you fold it, and you put it on top, and you just lay them out on there, 1 minute in the microwave, pepperoni chips, done. So if it's, Saturday and you're in a pinch for a snack, 6 pepperoni chips and, a little bit of high-fat dip, you're done. You're not going to eat a half a bag of chips like you would have if it was Doritos. So quick, easy. And you know what? Honestly, I watch non-keto food. Is that a sin? Is that a sin? I see their food and I decide I can make it better. I've decided I dislike large coffee companies too, who charge me $8 or $9 for a coffee that's mostly sugar and garbage I can't have anyways. So I've decided I watch their promotions too. And when they have fancy coffee, I'm like, oh, maybe I can one-up that. I can one-up that. Nobody's spending $8 on coffee, ladies. We have clothes to buy. Our bums are getting smaller.
That's right.
So, this is what we're going to do. And I'm going to show you. Here's the funny thing. Because when people say they don't have time for fancy, the only thing that makes this coffee fancy is a little bit of colored whipping cream. Besides the colored whipping cream, it's the same coffee that you make at home, and it's the same when you're going to Starbucks. It's the same when Tim Hortons is ripping you off on the roll up the rim. Please, thank you, try again. It's just regular coffee, and they give it a nice name, and they throw a little whipped cream on it. Maybe they'll throw a little crumble, and they call it, ooh, festive Christmas candy cane. But it's still your coffee. You're still paying the same money for coffee. So I made my nice little bowl of whipping cream, and this is what we're going to do. These are my 3 unicorn colors, purple, teal, and lime green. So easy peasy. It can't be any easier. I'm just separating my whipping cream into 3 little blobs, and I'm putting a little color in each section. 2 drops. 2 drops green, 2 drops teal, and 2 drops of purple. Then, instead of making separate bowls in a separate mess, right? Then, we're going to, the easiest thing you ever could, we're just going to spoon that into a plastic bag so that when we pipe it, it gives us a really pretty variation of color, and it's just that easy. Now, I make this fancy whipping cream up on my Sunday meal prep, and in the bag, in the fridge, it will stay good for a week. Now, I can't promise you longer.
You make it for a full week? Oh my gosh!
Just keep it in the fridge, and guess to blow your mind double. You can bring this to work and put it in your work fridge, girl. When everybody's heading out for their $8, $9 coffee, you can just run to the fridge and add your beautiful whipping cream to your already healthy bulletproof coffee. And who's laughing? Who's laughing, lady? So this is our whipping cream. I'm just going to hold it so my spoons don't flop everywhere. See how creative I am? So this is our colored whipping cream. And I'm going to put
pretty.
Better as the bag. So, and again, I'm just using a plain old plastic bag. If you have the fancy cake decorating thing, use it. But this way, it just sits in my fridge for the week. So I'm going to put a spoon of teal, and then I'm going to put some purple, and we're just going to kind of layer it so that they will swirl, because it's a unicorn, right? It doesn't have to be all one color. We are not going for perfection here. This is a no-fail. Like, this, your kids can do this with you. You can have your husband make this for you. He just needs to hold the beaters. Don't tell him. He holds the lawnmower, right? There is no way to make you pretty whipping cream. And if he complains, you remind him you wash his socks.
Funny.
We're just going to put this right in here, and then that step is done. Now, the day that I made this, I'm so excited. I took this to my hair appointment.
Did you really?
And what I really did, I swear I really did. I put it in a bag, and I put it in a little cooler bag with some ice, and I carted it off with me to my hair appointment, and I made it for my lovely hair ladies. So look at how pretty that is.
It looks so pretty. I'm just amazed that you keep that in a bag all week long. I just never thought of that. See, you think of things that I don't think of, and I love it. That is, I would not have thought to keep it heavy whipping cream in a bag, and then you just have it. Here I have been whipping it every day, whip, whip, whip. I can just keep it.
Like a loser every day, right? Like every day. Because you're like, oh, I want a fancy whipped cream coffee. Oh, dude, I don't feel like whipping it right now.
Right.
But when it's my week is set. If I'm in the mood for pretty, I'm on. And I do not add sweetener to my whipping cream. So this does not break my fast either. What?
Love it.
We've talked about what makes bulletproof before. Why don't you tell everybody what you like in yours? Because I think you have...
Sure. I like a little variation. I actually, on YouTube, I have Countess of Low Carb on YouTube, and have a video up there that's doing really, really well. It's got a couple thousand views. I'm doing a new one because my tastes have changed a little bit from being on keto and having lost 50 pounds. My tastes have changed, and so I'm going to be doing a new one. But what I currently like right now is Kerrygold butter, coconut, organic coconut oil in there, and sometimes I'm lazy and I just spin it with a spoon.
Okay, so this is for me, and again, preference. You guys can do whatever you want. I don't like the butter. Butter is only heavy whipping cream. I make butter out of heavy whipping cream, so I'm all about skip the middleman, and I have extra whipping cream instead of butter. So for me, I like the extra virgin olive coconut oil, but today for our extra bump of fat, baby, we're doing something special. We're going to use raw cacao butter. Now, this is the form of white chocolate, but this is also pure good healthy fat. Now it melts down like butter, so you can sub it for butter, ghee, coconut oil, and all of your baking that you want to be lovely white chocolate. So we're just taking a couple nice little pieces of the chocolate. I've got my coconut oil and I've got my coffee in there. That's it. That's the base of the bulletproof coffee. Now, if I'm not doing fancy whipping cream, I'll blend it. Or I'll put it in a to-go cup so that I can just shake throughout the day.
Oh.
But I'm going to tell you... Yes. Now, I'm going to tell you a secret. With the fancy whipping cream, you don't have to do any of that. It gives you like a little shield between the melty stuff and the pretty whipping cream so that you can skip that step. Now, I just like to stir it until the raw cacao butter melts. Because if you get a little chunk of that at the bottom of your glass, it's bitter. So, and I don't add too much because I don't add sweetener. So if you're adding sweetener, you can, maybe throw in a little bit extra. But we've been focusing really, really hard with Dr. Berry about avoiding sweeteners. And you know what? I think it's good for us to try. And I will tell you this, when we're talking about taste buds changing, I really loved a lot of sweet when I first started keto, and I used a lot of artificial sweeteners, and I mean a lot. But even for me, I cut the sweetener in every recipe in half because I found them too sweet. And now I make cookies and stuff like that. I barely ever put sweetener in them anymore because now that my taste buds have changed, guess what? I can taste how sweet pecans and walnuts and macadamia nuts are, that when I make my things, I don't need as much sweetener in them. So now I'm going to show you the magic trick. This is how this works. And we're going to clip off the little end of our bag. Now, when I want to keep this in the fridge, I just tape over that end and then reuse it that way. So I'm going to guys up here a little bit better because I'm on the bottom half instead of the top. So I need something just a little bit of height so that I can show you guys.
I can squish my head down.
Oh, get ready because this is going to be it, girl. This is the moment.
Oh, it looks so pretty. Oh my word. That looks beautiful.
And then we get one last final step.
I'm drooling.
Now, right? That shows how to make these. And these are just sugar-free gelatin sparkles. Cute. So all that's is gelatin, food color, and this nifty thing called pearl sheen, which makes it all shiny. So we're going to sprinkle a little bit of sparkle on the top of there, because we all need a little sparkle, baby.
Right, little glitter, little glitter. Hello, Maine.
Glitter.
Hi, Keto in Progress.
So now I'm going to tip you guys so you can see it a little bit better, and then I'm going to show you the real secret.
Cheers, my love. Cheers, cheers. Happy Friday.
Cheers, happy Friday.
That looks delicious.
Look what happens. So you put your spoon into the bottom and stir from underneath. That way you get your cream, but it still keeps your really pretty whipping cream on the top for while you sip it.
That looks amazing. That looks so good.
And it didn't cost us $8.
Right.
There's here and have. We can have our whipping cream in the fridge for the whole week. These I made up before Christmas. You'll never get rid of your sparkles. Like, I took one packet of Knox gelatin, and I made 6 colors of sparkles, and I still have sparkles since Christmas.
Wow.
So it 5 minutes to make the gelatin, and then you have to let it sit for 24 hours, and you just grind it up in your coffee grinder. And then your kids can have it. Right? Because especially for little girls, if they don't want to eat food, I kid you not, throw a little sparkle on it.
Yeah.
And guess who all of a sudden likes broccoli? Sparkles on my broccoli? Okay. With my nephews, they came for a meal prep, and I told them that their veggies were going to be zucchini and radish. And my 5-year-old nephew said to me, but Auntie, Justin and I don't like those vegetables. And I said, I know you don't like those vegetables, dude, but I'm going to say, let's try them and see. And we put just a little food color on them. I swear that's it. I spiralized them. I put 2 drops of food color on it. And guess who was picking their vegetables out of their packed lunch?
I bet. I could see why they would want to. It makes it look so fun. So do we worry about food coloring, though? Are we worried about that?
Now, that depends. Some people do, some people don't. I have a girlfriend whose son is dye-free. So I do a lot of specific recipes for him. So what I'm going to say is there's a way around the color, too. If you want to add the color, there's a way to do that without artificial color. And this is what it is. Now, when I made him, she wanted gummy bears for him, and he can't have color. I made them out of blackberries. I made them out of strawberries. So they're already colored. Guess what? No dye.
Smart.
When I wanted my dye-free kids pizza, because I made the one with the food coloring, right? And then I wanted to make one that was dye-free. What I did was I used an orange cheddar instead of the mozzarella. I used my nuts, and then I made a pretty decoration all the way around the outside of the pizza. So it had slivered almonds. It had, pumpkin seeds. So it was still fun. It was still creative, but it didn't have the color. Now I'm going to say there's other things in your kitchen that are wicked for color. Do you have sugar-free beets?
No, but I could.
You could. How much color would just a couple drops of beet juice give you? And that color, that's color. That would give you any variation from light, hot pink, bright pink to red. And that's just beet juice. Now I'm going to tell you again, what's green? Spinach is green. Blend up a little bit of spinach and add that to your kids' food to make it green. What's red? What have colors? You can boil just a little bit of blueberries, like honestly, 4 blueberries. Boil it in a tablespoon of water, and you've got a really nice purple, all-natural food color that you can add. So if you're color but they can't eat color, that's not an issue either. It's just about getting creative. I'm going to tell you my funniest one. So when I made these sparkles and I posted it, my girlfriend whose son is dye-free comments on my link, oh my God, I love them. Now if only they could be dye-free. Bah! Guess what? They can be. They can be. I made him some snowflake sparkles.
Oh, so how cute. Those are adorable. Here. Hi, Nisha. Hi, sister.
Oh, is she here? Oh, that's
Nisha's
awesome.
here, so now it's officially a party. Nicole's here. We got the whole gang's here.
And then I some that had a little bit of gold, because what he's allergic to is red dye.
Oh.
But how fun. So when people say things to me as a joke, I turn them into real things. About a month ago, my cousin, and I adore her. I love her. She's so funny. She's got the best sense of humor ever. She saw a post that was a meal prep post. It was in the beginning of the new year, and it was like, hey, maybe something you should try for 2018. And it was tacos and Coronas.
Fun.
And it showed how it was set out for the week, right? Woo! I'm set for the week. Tacos and Coronas. And so she looked me at it and said, bah! Is there a keto version of this? And I was like, actually, now that you mention it, and I made it. I made keto tacos, and I did a post about boozy keto, so lower carb options. And this is what I'm going to tell you. If you choose a low carb beer, so your average beer is, I don't know, anywhere between 15 and 30 carbs. But a low carb beer is usually about 7 grams of carbs. But if you take your 7-gram carb of beer and half that with sparkling water, guess what? You just had a beer that was 3.5 carbs. Still tastes like beer. You're still out with your friends. You're still having a good time. Now, if you're out and about, guess what? If you go up to the bartender and you order your drink pressed means add water. So you can order it quarter pressed, half pressed, 3/4 pressed. You can even order it pressed with sparkling water. So you can order yourself a glass of dry red wine, half pressed with sparkling water, and then your low carb wine is now half of the carbs. And look who still looks elegant.
That's right.
In front of her friend, without saying, "Oh no, I'm on a diet. I can't drink."
Right.
So there's a lot of options that way too. And for me, I'm not a drinker, so I'm not going to pretend that I am. But I have friends who like to. And there were things that we used to drink all the time, like Skittles vodka. Have you ever had that? It's the jam. So with Skittles vodka, what you do, I think it's like 10 candies per ounce of vodka. But anyways, you soak these candies in vodka overnight, and then you strain them because all the bits of candies go everywhere. And then they taste like vodka candy. And it used to be at my girlfriend's birthday party every year. But it's a process. It's a 2-day process to build this vodka because it has to soak. So this is what I did. I decided I wanted that too. Now I'm going to show you the bottle that my guy bought for me. I collect alcohol and I don't really drink it. But he saw this after I started keto, and I'm going to show it to you. Now watch. Watch what happens.
Ooh.
Is that not beautiful? Now I collect it because it's beautiful. Now the problem with this is it's almost pure sugar, and I know I can't drink it. And it actually doesn't even really taste good. But look how pretty it is.
It does look pretty.
It does look pretty. So I got that idea, and I thought, well, what the heck? Why not? Why can't I do something like that? Now, we always talk better and worse options, right, Countess? We talk about this with Dr. Barry as well. So what I did was better and worse options of vodka. Now, we all know there's technically no keto liquor, but vodka is one of the lowest carbs liquor. So they suggest if you're going to mix that you mix with a vodka. So my first thought was, I love this. I want this. So now, this is our lesser option. We're going to start with lesser option. I used the maltitol candies. Well, they're not the best, but 3 candies is 1 serving. Okay, so I used 3 candies in 3 ounces of vodka and made this.
Ooh.
So how does this look compared to that? And I made this at home. Now, technically, it's got the bad candies, but it's still sugar-free. This is like 32 grams of sugar for a shot. This 1 shot of this is equivalent to 1 maltitol candy. So, not your best option, but is it better than going out eating something else?
Right.
So on that, I made a couple with those kinds of candies. Now, they have a really awesome butterscotch.
Cool.
Butterscotch.
That's neat.
And I'm going to show
I'm going to have to excuse myself soon.
Oh, it's time to go? Oh, no, it's all
soon
good.
in like 2 minutes. In 2 minutes, I got to go.
So you do your closeout, because I think everybody still wants to see the rest of the vodka.
I know that everyone wants to see I want to see everything. I want to stay and watch it, but I can't. But I'm going to. Do I get to see a replay of this? How do I see this again?
Okay.
Or if people want to share it, how do they share it?
Oh, awesome. So if you click on the little arrow on the bottom, you can send it a message. You can send it to Facebook too that way. It'll allow you to send send it as a Facebook message and as a Facebook post. I just figured that out. And sending it as a message, 50 people. It will allow you to send it to 50 people at a time with no limit of how many you can send it to. Now, Instagram only stores it here for 24 hours.
Okay.
But when you're done, I'm going to save it and load it up to YouTube, and it'll be there. It'll be on my Facebook. We'll get it to your Facebook, and it'll be out there. But for right, it's available on Instagram for exactly 24 hours in my story. So if you click on the story, you'll get this. You can share it to your friends, and it'll show up as a message to them, but they still get the same 24 hours.
Wow, fun.
It's Cinderella. Poof, when the time is up,
we turn into pumpkins?
That's right. Well, let them know it's only 24 hours.
Okay. Well, Dory, thank you so much for having me. I really enjoy seeing you and all of your creative, amazing recipes. The Countess approved.
Yay! I'm so excited. And hopefully we'll figure out something you want to make next Friday. Get your list ready.
Sounds good. I can't wait. Wishing you a happy weekend. Bye, doll.
This is your Dr. Mary. I don't want to miss it.
Thanks. Oh, it's at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard, so in like 20 minutes. Gotta go get the question set. I'll see you later. Bye, doll.
Bye, hon. Okay, so she's just going to exit out, and I'm going to quick show you guys the rest of the flavored vodkas that I made, because why not? I don't know if I actually have to move. Yay! Okay, so it's just us guys. So I'm going to show you the rest of what I made for the vodkas. So we started with the grape and the butterscotch, and in that same realm, we did a lemon. Now, I added citric acid, so this one is a sour lemon as opposed to a sparkly. So this one is like a sourpuss lemon. And then in those flavors of candies, there was also a lime, and I made this one a sourpuss lime. Now, this is 3 ounces of vodka to 3 candies. And then we had, what else? Now, this one has no sweetener in it whatsoever. This one is just vodka and cinnamon oil, and then I added sparkle to make a knockoff Fireball vodka. Because back in the day, I loved me some Fireball. And this is just cinnamon oil extract, vodka, and a little bit of food-grade sparkles. They're actually meant to airbrush cake with. Then, this one, again, is from the candies. This one is orange. And I've got some pretty gold sparkles in that one. And then, this one, again, no sweetener in this one. This one is just root beer flavoring extract with vodka and sparkles. And this one is, I used the Loren oil ones for this, and they're a candy flavoring, so it's a very strong root beer flavoring. But when I have this, I just have it with a little bit of sparkling water, and it's so pretty and yummy, yummy. And then we made, this one is out of the strawberry candies, and this one I made sour as well. So when I made it, I made 3 sour and 3 sparkly out of the candies. And then this one is vodka. I put a little bit of green food coloring in this one to get the right color. And then it is a bit of creme de mint extract and a little bit of peppermint extract to make a peppermint swirl vodka. So this one has no sweetener in it. So I did make different variations. I made ones with the sweetener candies. I made some with no sweetener. And then I figured, you know what, let's look at one more better option. And I made some without color and with only natural flavoring. So this one is 3 ounces of vodka soaking with an orange rind. So you can see it has taken some of the pretty golden color and all of the flavor. So the longer this sits, the more delicious it's going to be. And then this has no additives you can't have. It's got no coloring. It's got no flavoring extracts. It's just natural flavor. And I'm going to tell you guys, I saw a recipe to make flavored extracts, and this is how they do it. So you take a little jar and you put your orange, you put your cinnamon, you put your lime, you put your peppermint leaves, whatever extract you want to make. You soak it in vodka until it becomes that, and that's your own flavored extract. So I say experiment that way. If you have issues with commercial flavored extracts, that doesn't mean you can't have flavor. And that's my message to you guys always. There's never a reason to go without. If you need something creative and you need a hand, you know, shoot me a message and say, hey, Dory, I'd love to eat this, and I don't know how to. I need a version of it for me. So then the last one that we made, I used just blueberries. And I used fresh blueberries and vodka. And then I added a bit of sparkle to those as well. And I'm going to take a couple berries out to show you because the sparkle really, really came out so pretty on the berries. Now this one, when I serve it, I just throw it into a pretty glass. I put a couple cute ice cubes in it, and then I just serve it with sparkling water or tonic water. So I'm going to try to hold it kind of more by the camera for you guys so you can see. But the sparkle picks up in the blueberries, and the blueberries pick up the vodka flavor as well. So when I serve this one, I do it berries and all. Now, when I made these, the day that I made these, and I'll show you how many we've got all together. As soon as I get this lid on there, we don't want to spill vodka around because that's messy. So out of these, I made 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I can count in my head. 11. So I made 11 different kinds of vodkas. Now, when I made this, the day that I made this, I bought 2 sticks of vodka that cost right around $20 and made all of these. So that way, you know what, when my friends and family come over, I still have something that I can offer them. And on, you know, the odd occasion that I would like to have an adult beverage, I like to, you know, get creative and have some fun. So I'm going to sign off with you guys right now, and I'm going to say thanks so much for coming for coffee. I'll let you have another peek at our Unicorn Sparkle Bulletproof Coffee before we go. And this was my very first creation, so it's kind of my favorite. So I hope you guys make one tonight. It's so, so delicious. And you know what? Make it at home. It's healthy, it's easy, it's fun, and I think we'll probably get back together around dinner time to maybe make something to eat. So I hope you guys have a great day. Before I forget, because I can't leave you till dinner time, I have to tell you, I don't know if you're local to me or not, and today it doesn't even really matter. My favorite local radio station, which is Cool 101.5, Cool with a K, they are doing something wicked awesome today. They're doing a promotion here on Instagram, and they're going to do their Tap the Boss's credit card. And how that works is a random person gets to tap the boss's credit card, and it's a random amount of money. So it could be a small amount, it could be a big amount, and all you have to do is follow them to get in on that today. So I need you to look for Cool, K-O-O-L, FM 101.5. And then the team that you want to follow is Rob and Joelle, and it's J-O-E-L-L-E, Joelle. So follow them, turn on your notifications for them. It's going to be 5 p.m. my time, and my time it's 10 to 12. So 5 hours, 10 minutes is your chance to win some free cash. And you don't have to be local, you just need to be following them on Instagram. And we all want to save money. And they're my favorite afternoon team. So when you do go check them out and follow them, you have got to watch Joelle's victory lap video. And if you don't laugh, I don't know if we can be friends. I'll forgive you. But if that's not the funniest thing you ever did see, I don't know. Okay, guys, I'm going to sign out. And don't forget, follow Rob and Joelle. I'm